we all float down here. That was just a bit awkward. Yeah, so this is the It Chapter 2 review.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 was actually a really big success, actually. A really big surprise into the horror franchise and probably a gateway for more horror movies.
Budget was 35 million and it made $700 million.
Yeah, that's a big number. And this one is taking place. All of the losers are adults now.
Yep.
And they have, and it's been 27 years in the future, so they're all adults. And they have been called back to Derry to deal with Pennywise again.
Yep.
And yeah, spoiler alert. Okay, so I thought this was actually a really good continuation on the first It movie. I didn't think it was as good as the first one.
No.
But it still hold up.
It's still good.
What did you think?
Great movie, great sequel, not as good as the first one.
Yeah, I agree. We'll get to the things that I really liked.
Yeah.
The cast.
Oh, the cast.
The cast are fantastic.
I mean, everyone. I mean, do you know what? I wish I remembered the names. Yeah. But everyone does a great job. James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, James Salmon, who plays
Eddie. Yeah. Oh yeah, he really looked like the younger bit.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Bill Hardy. Wow.
Bill Hardy was the scene stealer in this one.
Spike King.
Which one's he?
Oh, plays Mike.
Oh yeah, the what's his name? The guy who was in those adverts.
Yeah, I mean.
What's his name? Yeah.
Oh, I wish I remembered the actor's name because they deserve to have their names, you know, saying they're all.
And the guy who played Ben as well.
Oh
like,
yes,
yeah,
he surprised me. I mean,
Yeah.
what's great about the cast is that they look like, you know, like
they look like they actually feel like the kids all grown up. It doesn't just feel like they just got people just for the sake of it. They actually cast really well.
It's not like the original. It's like, oh fuck it, we just have to find adult actors to play the kids. No, this feels very real. It's like you're with them,
and they actually interact off each other really well as well. The only character that isn't in this one is Stanley, and that's because I hate what they do with Stanley. They kill him off for the first 5 minutes. It's like they just completely wrap him. It's like in the first one, he's barely even in it. He's barely even the focus. You kind of forget he's there. You kind of forget he's even with the losers. And in this one, they just like, you know, they literally do nothing with him again. What is your problem with Stanley?
I wish we have, you know, moments when he's adult.
Yeah, like they can actually interact. I mean, I kind of felt like that. I knew that was going to come in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that was going to come in the trailer because he was never seen in any of the trailers.
Nah.
He was never seen apart from like the
I think there was a shot of the hand. Yeah. You know. The hand
yeah, but I didn't know it was his hand.
But I think that's it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but yeah, like I wish they did more with Stanley because I feel like he kind of needed more development.
And I would say about the adult cast, one that surprised me was probably Ben. I would say, isn't it? Yeah.
Gotta play Ben.
Because here's the thing. My fan. I mean, it's one of those casts here. Like, oh, he looks good, pop. But it's like you feel like you wish you were somewhere else. Yeah. And when I was watching it, I was like, that's Ben.
He kind of like, you know, when he was first cast, like I said, I didn't really know him, and I said this when I was talking about the cast of the new It movie. I said that a lot of these people, you know, I'm not really too sure of. Like, there's a lot of people who I know and a lot of people who I don't know. He was one of the main ones who I don't know, but looking at a picture of him, he does just look like a model. Like, he actually does look a bit like Chris Pratt. Like, there's nothing really that I could say about his acting, but he looks more like, you know, a model.
Do you know what?
But he really surprised me. It was like, he's a really good actor. It's like, and he's like, I barely even, I felt like, you know, you're watching Ben.
Do you know what's weird? Bill and what's her name?
Bethany.
Bethany.
Yeah.
Do you know what's weird?
Go on.
The actors are recently in Dark Phoenix.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
A hero and a villain.
James McAvoy and Jessica Chastain were in Dark Phoenix, and now they're they're in this, aren't they?
Yeah, that's just weird. But hey, yeah, they're great actors.
But also, you look at what the Losers Club do. Like going on to the actual movie.
Yeah.
You look at the Losers Club. They're actually doing pretty well for themselves. Actually,
Yeah.
like they've got some pretty successful jobs.
Yeah, I mean
They constantly bring up that I like it that they make fun of like Stephen King as like and like every time he makes an ending because Stephen King's the worst at making endings.
Do you know what was funny? Yeah, that actually reminds me. That there's a film called Cell, where Stephen King wrote. Horrible film, by the way. But I heard that the book of Cell was a horrible ending, so he changed the ending. Yeah. And the end was even worse.
Yeah. Apparently, Stephen King's not very good at writing endings, and they actually made fun of this in this movie, and I like it that they made fun of it.
Stephen King had a cameo in this one.
He did. Stephen King actually did have a cameo. So it was nice having Stephen King as a cameo, but I would have liked to seen a cameo from Tim Curry as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like maybe you could have actually been like in the library, and one of the kids are finding the book, and he's like, 2 hours down there. Hello. But yeah, I really like what what they did. I like that Stephen King cameo.
Yeah.
And also, Ben's helping build a business.
Yeah.
And we have
Bill is writing
Bill's writing a screenplay for a movie. His wife is the main star.
Yeah. And Eddie has a wife.
Eddie has a wife that looks like his mum.
That is weird.
That is weird.
I mean, I was when.
And also, but also not only that, but he also has a pretty successful job as well. He's got a nice car, and everything. The only one that and Beverly probably has it the worst. Like she doesn't have good relationships, does she?
No.
Like apparently she was with this husband who actually beat up her, beat her, and he the first 15 minutes he tried to rape her.
And
first 15 minutes he actually tried to rape her.
Worst husband ever.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Oh, and could we just talk about Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise?
Yes,
and
of course.
I mean, let's just say right now, Bill Skarsgård is so good.
He makes this movie.
He's fantastic in the first one,
movie.
and he's also great in this one.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't think of a better actor to play Pennywise. It looks
Jim
like
Carrey. Jim Carrey. But no, I like it that they used. It was definitely felt a lot more scary when you actually have him in when they were kids, and now he looks exactly the same when they were adults.
Yeah.
But no, I thought Skarsgård is a great performer. And he definitely did a fantastic job.
And the death scenes, holy shit!
Oh yeah, these movies do not cower away from child killers.
And
these you see children dying.
And I would say this death scene is more brutal than what. And we see Pennywise ripping the flesh out of the body.
Yeah, the first there's this gay couple who in the movie get assaulted by the couple of what's the words? People who homophobics.
Yeah,
so a bit homophobic people, and someone gets thrown off the bridge, and when Pennywise grabs him up, he actually eats into his flesh, just like damn.
And you see it rip out, and the second one is a where it has that birthmark on his face.
Yeah.
It's like I'll get off. It stares, and then boom, bang.
I think this one actually made it a little bit more scary because you know that drain sewer scene.
Yeah.
Most of the criticism that he gave was that Skarsgård wasn't funny. He was more scary than funny.
Well,
and he's supposed to be scary because it's a horror movie. But in this one, when he was talking to that girl, he was a bit funny as well. He's a bit goofy.
Yeah.
But still keeping the creep factor that you know what's coming. You know that he's tricking this girl, and he's
Yeah. I mean, there's one moment that saying, "I'll give the birthmark of you." When
it just blew away.
And when it said 2, I was like, "Okay, he's gonna kill her in 3, 2, 1." Boom! Bite, turn their
You
head.
didn't count. You didn't. I didn't even count.
But that was a great scene, and the last death scene was in that maze. You know, the maze thing when Bill has to try to get the kid. Yeah?
I'm just saying that kid is gonna die anyway.
And I gotta say, that smile Pennywise gave, holy shit,
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
But also the fact that he was banging his head against the thing as well.
give that smile, yeah.
Yeah.
And that smile is creepier.
But I mean, Pennywise in this one, he doesn't just crave the losers; he misses them.
Yeah.
He actually missed the losers. Like he wanted them to come back. He wanted to feed them. He was like he missed them. It's like that just makes Pennywise just like it makes him more scary.
Yeah.
When you know that it's like he doesn't just want to crave for the losers. He's actually missed them.
Also, I noticed that is that the makeup has been like upgrade. Like that red thingy,
Yeah.
The red stripes is actually younger, actually, But hey, no complaint. It's just makeup,
I didn't really notice.
No, I noticed. But hey, you want to see a couple shot and that's it. It's not a big deal, So
And also, one of the things that I think we probably should bring up. I didn't think they needed to bring Henry back.
Yeah, I
didn't think they needed to do that.
I mean, here's the thing. How did he survive that fall?
Yeah.
I mean, Mike just push him, out the hole with that big fall.
The guy fell, and like you do see him come out of the sewers, and he's all like, he's still breathing and stuff. But it's like he's been in like a mental institution for this whole time.
I
mean, the guy's crazy, so it kind of makes sense. But
it's like you don't know nothing.
It's like he didn't need to come back. That was the thing. He didn't need to be in this movie.
But the fall, I mean, that's just weird. I mean, he took that fall pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, but I would say the adult Harry look like like the kids. Yeah, they look like the
even the actor that played old Henry looked like the older version of Henry.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you actually believe that these people are the older versions of the losers and the kids out there.
I kind of wish that the user club recognized Henry because I mean when
I think they kind of did. Like actually there was actually one.
Well, Ben recognised, of course.
Yeah, Ben recognised him, and also, what's his name? Eddie did as well.
Yeah.
Like when Eddie actually went outside, like when he was going outside, he was like, "It's been like 27 years, man. Fucking get over it." It was like that was funny.
Yeah. Also, the jokes were funny. But just like
this movie's very funny.
The one that I was laughing is the scene when Eddie was fighting this gross man, the one who vomits and and it's like he's gonna choke it, and then he throws up and plays like the Deadpool music.
That was a bit random though.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was in there. Like that Deadpool music. I don't know if that was just because like when the editor just felt like trolling someone, or the director just felt a bit weird in that moment. But I don't know. Like it was just weird.
But also,
it was as weird as the Rock fight.
Yeah, and also what Richie's saying, the jokes are so funny. And I mean, of course, Richie was the standout of the film. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like and it makes sense. In the first one, young
Richie was the standout,
and on this one, he's also the standout.
It just makes sense.
I mean, Bill Hardy was fantastic.
Oh yeah, like he was used to that. But yeah, also like would you say that with the last scene, what scene I'm talking about with the final climactic between It and the losers?
Yeah.
Would you think that Tim Curry would be pleased with that, or would you think he would be a bit disappointed?
Not sure. Probably.
Because he said that he was disappointed with the old one because it was a giant spider.
But
this one they do try to do something a bit similar. Is that they do make Pennywise into a giant spider, but it's still Pennywise.
I was actually really nervous about this. Yeah. I was like, please don't have a spider, because the original battle with the spider is stupid.
It is really dumb. It's like that's the full. Like I'm glad that they still live into the mind. It's like we don't actually know what Pennywise's real form really is.
Yeah, I mean
what its real form is.
I mean we did see your backstory, and see Pennywise without the makeup, of course.
Yeah, but we don't really get too much of the backstory. We don't actually know what his proper form still is.
Yeah, it's like we don't know where it's come from. We don't know where we just know.
And I've just got to say, the directing in this is fantastic as well.
The
like,
whole,
props to the director.
The same director did
well
the first one.
directed.
I mean,
yeah,
I have never seen done this well.
it's very well directed.
I mean,
and also
the
transition scenes as well. Like when you actually have like the losers as the kids, and then they transport them back as their own dogs.
That was
it's very creative.
Yeah, very clever. And also, let's talk about the kids. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. It's great to see the kids again.
Yeah.
But some of the faces are not that great.
It's because they use CGI. I think sometimes you can actually really notice that they use CGI to make the kids look younger, because a lot of them have really changed age. Here's what I think they should have done, and I think they should have actually filmed those scenes when they were filming It Chapter 1. Like, a lot of those scenes could have actually been filmed when It Chapter 1 came. And if you want to, like, put, have, like, the kids come back or something and put a little bit of CGI in it for, like, the transition scenes, then definitely do that.
Yeah.
But those scenes should have been filmed when It Chapter 1 was being filmed. Like, they should have actually planned that ahead before they started shooting these movies, because the kids have really grown up now.
Yeah.
Especially the actor who played Richie, seen on Stranger Things now.
Yeah.
He's really grown up.
And this was a couple years ago when the first one came out.
It's like the CGI doesn't look bad, but it's very noticeable.
Yeah, it's
very noticeable.
It's what you can tell. You can tell.
You can really tell, especially with the close-ups with Ben.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it looks convincing, and other times not so much.
But on the other hand, it's great. It's nice to see them back.
Yeah.
Also, we got to talk about the 2 Easter eggs, Mummy. When Beth.
With the Stephen King thing.
There's one Stephen King reference, and one reference of the John Carpenter. Now, let's talk about the Stephen King first.
Here's Johnny!
And Henry says it.
Yeah, Henry.
I thought that's perfect.
Yeah, Pennywise gets into the form of Henry, and like
it's when Beth was stuck in the toilet and all that blood just
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And like all the blood goes out, and he's like, "Here's Johnny!"
And see all the blood covering all over. It's just like, man, this is mad.
Yeah.
And the John Carpenter reference, I was like, I knew it. Is when was it Stanley, the one who commits suicide?
Oh yeah, the one who commits suicide.
Is a head with a spider.
Okay.
And Richie said, "You gotta be fucking kidding." That line was John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that one. I know that. and it was a funny reference. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, no, I do think this movie, you know, when they introduce the losers and they bring them back to Derry, don't you feel like that when they brought them back to Derry that they brought them back a bit too quickly?
Yeah.
Like maybe you could have actually established them more in like, you know, how they're actually dealing out of Derry in their day-to-day lives before Pennywise comes back.
I think that would be great. And also this movie is nearly 3 hours long. Yeah.
It is. So you could have actually established more of it, because most of the time the second half of the movie, the losers are like split up through it, and that's really when you actually feel the length of the movie.
Yeah, it's
when they're together is the bits that, you know, are really worth it, but most of the time the losers are like, you know, split up for the film.
Also with the Pennywise, you know, the mouth open, I feel like the effects looks better than the first one, because I noticed, because the budget is, you know, bigger, the budget is bigger, and I checked and I looked it up, the budget was about like 70 million.
Really?
So the stuff they come up with, including the spider, that is very impressive.
I mean, like, I do think some of the CGI, like, going back on the CGI, is that the CGI, some of it is very noticeable. Like, when that old woman turns into that CG puppet, that is very noticeable, and it reminds me of, like, you know, a Titan from Attack on Titans.
Actually, the scene,
the
scene when Beverly goes to her old apartment, and this old woman, and seeing her naked, a zombie disgusting face.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it kind of reminds me of the new Hellboy movie, when the Hellboy...
Is that the actress that played her Is that the same one from that in that Shyamalan movie, The Visit? Is that the same lady? Because I think
I don't think so. Yeah, but it is. I like that. Isn't it?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's just like it's like I do feel like that maybe they could have I mean some of the CGI does look really good, but other times it doesn't really not so much.
Also, you were saying to me that you think that Richie might be gay.
Yeah, so apparently there was actually a moment in the film where he actually gets taunted by Pennywise, and Pennywise is like, you know your little dirty secret. And I was like, and there was actually a moment where before that they had a flashback of Richie, and apparently they were calling him a faggot or something, actually calling him gay. Poor Richie.
Yeah. And all those.
And there was a moment where he was like, I know your dirty little secret. And I was actually just thinking, is Richie actually gay? Is he going to come out being gay?
I mean, and also he was.
I thought that would have been really cool as well.
And also he was very heartbroken, of course. Eddie died.
About Eddie, yeah.
I mean, and plus that was a sad moment, yeah, isn't it? Yeah. We lost 2 member user clubs, yeah, and it's sad, yeah, isn't it?
I think it would be more ballsy to have more of them die.
Oh,
it would be more ballsy to have more of them die.
Also, I know Richard was so close here. He goes, "Hip go away, mother," and just knock out a crab, or Pennywise hypnotized with the mouth yell.
He uses his glowing thing.
Yeah, and
he used the light.
Yeah, and seeing the light is creepy, and also the sets. Yeah, the sets when they go into this underground. Yeah. That's a pretty cool set.
This movie is very creative. Given that, I mean, known from the first one, I knew he was going to be quite creative, but this one it goes more creative, and I got to give props to the director for this one because the directing is really good.
I am so glad the director come back for this film.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, and of course his next film is The Flash, which I'm really excited about. That
good for him. So I mean, I'm glad that this director has definitely done a really good job. He knocked out the part with the first one. He did a good job with this one.
I was actually surprised the writing of this film, because this is the writer who wrote the Annabelle trilogy, The Nun, and he also directed the Annabelle 4. And he was the only writer for this film. The first one was written by 3 people. Yeah. And he knocked out the part. Yeah, he really knocked the part. Yeah. It's one of those writers, it's good movie and it goes bad, good, like a roller coaster.
Yeah. I mean, I really like. But going back on the director, the directing in this is really good. I mean, this guy, I would like to see this guy direct a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
I'll be honest.
I'd like to see that.
After I see that, I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely do.
I can see the tone, of him,
Yeah.
Of the tone that he was given, it films,
Yeah. So I think our conclusion is basically we really enjoyed this movie, had good performances, but there's just a few things that we would have liked to have seen more, and
things that you could take.
It's you can take out, you could have taken out. You can take out Henry. I mean, I know that most of the things that we say here are probably from the book. I know that Henry storyline was in the book.
Yeah,
but
we haven't read the book yet.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read the book either. I'm aware of it, but I haven't read it. Yeah. But it's just when you're making an adaptation, you should probably think of what would be best with the movie instead of actually the adaptation itself. Because I'm just saying there was no point of Henry coming back whatsoever, and you could have actually had Stanley in there more.
And there's people one of those people you have to read the book first, then watch a movie so you can judge it. And I'm gonna say you don't have to read the book yet to watch a movie. No. I'm not judging a movie based on a book. I'm just judging it as a movie.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to go into this. I haven't read the book, so there's people probably in there who probably have. So if I say that Henry shouldn't have been in the story, it's just because I feel like he shouldn't have been in this movie. But I feel like making these movies 2-parters definitely makes this movie flow a little better.
I am so glad they split into 2 parts.
Yeah. I definitely would like to see a fan edit, or maybe an actual edit from the film, because on the Blu-ray of of like the whole It movies put together, like actually like the book.
I heard the director was talking to put in the movie, and if you put part 1 and then part 2 together, that's nearly 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, gee, 5 hours.
Yeah. But I would actually like to see like a version of like both movies like actually edit together. Like maybe a fan could probably do it, or even like the studio could probably put together something for Blu-ray.
If not, then we'll do it ourselves then.
I need to get better at editing before I do that. Yeah, I'd love to do that, but I need to get better at editing first. So yeah, give your conclusion.
Yeah. For the rating. Or...
Yeah, rating. Give me a rating.
Alright, so I really enjoyed it. Not as good as the first one, Great performance from the User Club. Amazing performance from Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise, Yeah, Bill Skarsgård, you're awesome. You are fucking awesome as Pennywise.
Audition for the Joker.
Yeah. Everyone was saying that. So can you please have him in the Joker? Oh, and was great. We saw the DC teaser.
Okay,
shut up. But yeah, I really enjoyed it for what it is, and I gotta give it a 9. I gotta give it a 9,
9 out of 10? Alright. For me, like I said, the performances were pitch perfect. You actually felt like the Losers Club were actually adults, and it made the movie, and you actually believed that these people were actually people who are older. Like I said, Bill Skarsgård, fantastic job. The directing was top notch. There was a lot of like really creative things in this movie. But there's a couple of scenes that I feel like there's a couple of things that I felt like with like Stanley, they could have actually been pushed forward a little bit, and things that could have been taken away. Like Henry didn't need to be there, but I feel like Stanley could have actually been more developed in this movie. And also what's it called? And maybe the CGI. Not a lot of the CGI really worked for me. A lot of the effects do actually look quite good, but a lot of them do also look. You can easily tell that they didn't really have enough time for the special effects. But all in all, I did actually have a good time watching this movie. I really liked this movie. I think it was a good continuation to the first It movie. Not as good as the first one, but still pretty good. So I would probably give this movie I'll probably go with a 7. 7, because like I really enjoyed this movie. I probably would watch this again. I need to think about it more. I'm
definitely watching it again.
I would definitely like to see this again. Like maybe I'll probably see this with another mate.
Yeah.
Bring a balloon with me. I'll bring a little balloon.
Yeah.
When I saw the first It movie, like there was actually a balloon in the ceiling, so I'll bring that up. But no, I really would like to see this again. I thought this was a good continuation.
And here's a message from the studio. Warner Bros. Do not make a third film. Do not make a prequel about Pennywise. Do not make a spin-off. Just have 2 films as is and just leave it alone.
I mean, it's like a book series as well, so it's like just leave it as like that. Yeah. You don't really need to continue anymore. No. It's like you don't need to drag out the story anymore.
No, so
move on. You don't need it. It's finished.
Yeah, 2 films you done. Move on. Go to the next one.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I would like to see a addition to putting like both films together, someone could actually edit it.
And put deleted scenes in it as well.
Yeah, that would actually, if you can make the movie flow a little better, I think that would be great to see.
And I want to see what deleted scenes of this one as well. I want to see what's like.
Yeah, like both, but you can actually include deleted scenes in this one, maybe in the next one as well. That would actually be really cool to see that happen. And I heard the director does want to do that.
Yeah.
So maybe we can actually get that on
I can feel him, he does that.
Yeah.
And Penrose goes, shit.
Yeah. There's a deleted scene where Georgie doesn't die and he actually goes playing. Pennywise just goes, oh shit.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh, the movie's over then. Geordie's alive.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's it then.
Yep.
Alright, so what did you think of It Chapter 2? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye. We all float down here. We all float down here.
You're fun too.